Hey y'all, it's Marshayla Monique. Welcome back to another coffee talk video. Today I mixed this up a little bit so my whipped cream melted, as y'all seen, but this is literally just espresso. I just did like a triple shot ice, and then I used this new creamer that I found at I think it was Market District, which is like our grocery store here, one of our grocery stores. It is glazed donut, and like, sounds weird, but it's actually really fire. So also, I don't know if a lot of y'all like coffee, but if you like coffee or tea and you have some recommendations or something that you want me to try, let me know. I like any type of coffee. I really need to start subbing out my milk because it hurts my stomach. And then I like tea as well. I like matcha, and if I ever get a blender, I'll definitely start making frappuccinos and smoothies and stuff like that. But I just really need to upgrade my life at this point. But anyways, let's jump into today's video. A lot of y'all have been asking me to talk about self-growth, which is something that I work on all the time. I'm always trying to grow, I'm always trying to level up, and I'm always trying to show up as my highest self in any situation. So this will be something that I'm going to continue to talk about because it's such a big chunk of my life. So there's like different pieces of my puzzle that I do want to share with y'all. Just to take y'all back in time a little bit, 2020 was a devastating year for a lot of us. I personally lost pretty much everything. I lost all of my jobs, I was digging in my savings, and I was stuck up in my college town because I really couldn't fit anywhere else family wise. So in that time, whenever the pandemic hit, I had just got out of a bad situation, which y'all probably heard me talk about a million times over, but it's just a big part of my life that helped me grow. So in that time, I spent a lot of time alone, which is something that I never did. Life was moving so fast for me at all times, and I never really took a second to stop and breathe. And I've said this before, but it was at a point where I really didn't realize who I was. I felt like I didn't know myself. I never really spent time with myself. So I had took it upon myself, and I had made the big decision to really disconnect from everything and tap into who Marshayla really was. One big thing that helped me grow as a person, and has always helped me grow as a person, is journaling. And for anybody that ever comes to me for advice, or they feel stuck or they feel stagnant in their life, I always tell them to journal. And one big thing for with journaling for me is I sometimes have a hard time opening up to people and like venting to people. I feel like I don't have a specific person that I always will feel comfortable opening up with. So I'm like, if I don't really want to put my negative energy and my negativity or something that I'm going through onto someone else, then I use my journal. Now, let me stop for a bit. I do have people in my life who are willing to talk to me, but I feel sometimes it's a little bit selfish of me to just pour all of my negative vibrations onto another person. So I kind of just like use my journal. In my journal, I'm able to not only write down my feelings, but I can also reflect on things that I wrote from like 2019, 2017. It is really nice and beautiful, I say, to look back at dark times that I wrote in my journal and just like seeing where I'm at now. It's nice to pretty much give myself a pat on the back, like, you felt so terrible in this moment, you thought that you wouldn't get through it, but you did. So I know I hate when people say like things will get better, but like, and I never really was a firm believer in that, but like I am a firm believer in it now, because things did get better and I feel a lot better than when I was in a different space at a different time in my life. I was able to grow and learn and be happy. But some of the things that I also did in 2020 was spent most of my time with myself. I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of solo dates, which mostly had to be outside, or really just me just putting on some music, making dinner for myself, and just like being in my own space and just spending time with myself. I would also wake up in the mornings and would point out things about myself that I did like. So I'm like looking in the mirror at myself. This sounds weird, but like looking in the mirror at myself and saying, hey, like I like my smile today. I like my dimples today. I like my eyes today. I like my eyelashes. I like the way my body looks today. Giving myself those affirmations daily. And that helped me not only love myself and also be in a lot nicer to myself, because I'm really not that nice to myself, and I've slipped back into days where I'm just like, ew. But I had to work through that. Some other things that I did was disconnect from social media. So social media is obviously kind of the center of my life. I really try to navigate through social media and fill my timeline with mostly positive stuff or positive people who are doing the same things as me or working towards something. Of course, I can keep the stuff that's funny and the jokes and the quotes and stuff like that, but I really need to, if I'm going to be consumed by social media, like, and I'm only saying that because based off of what I do, I create content, I'm on the internet a lot. But I've told myself, if I'm going to be on the internet and I'm going to take this leap of faith, I need to fill my timelines up with positive stuff. I don't want to be getting on Facebook or Instagram and there's somebody on Instagram live arguing with somebody. Like, I don't need that type of negativity in my space. So I had to get rid of that. So I had to revamp all of my pages on all of my social media. And before I did that, I just completely disconnected from the internet because I wasn't sure what I wanted on my page. Also, in this time, that's just when I cultivated my YouTube channel, and I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. My channel is going to stand around positivity, and it's also going to stand on it's okay to not be okay, because there are moments where I'm like, I'm not okay and this is not cool and I want to get out of this, but like I had to go through that motion. Some other things that I did is if I was feeling down, I would let myself go through it. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to let that process happen. I'm going to sit on it, and we're gonna find a way to get out of it. So without leaning on other people, I learned how to solve issues in my life on my own. And one other thing that I used to like to do is, up in my college town, there was this area called Grove City, and I'm a nature type of person. I love being outside. I love walking through the woods. I love walking on trails and those type of things. I love scenic things, I say. But I would take myself on sometimes I talk in third person because I feel like there's like 3 of me, whatever. But I would go on these walks with myself, and I would take my journal with me, and I would turn my phone off, and I would literally just be in the moment. I would sit in the middle of the woods, and I would sit on like sometimes I would sit on like a log or something, and I would just write, and I would just breathe, and I would just be. I really just wanted to be. I feel like in life, a lot of people do depend on me, and granted, it is a blessing that a lot of people confide in me, but it's like also at the end of the day, like, it's Marshayla, you know what I mean? Like, all of the people around me, yes, I love and care about y'all, but like at the end of the day, it's Marshayla, and that's what I had to realize. Like, I can't keep picking up the phone quickly and running to people's rescue. I can't keep consuming other people's issues into my life and not focusing on what I have going on. I had to get rid of that. And yes, it does sound a little bit selfish in the moment, but like the thing is, like, at the end of the day, all you really have is yourself. And what I really wanted to do was grow and learn and just show up as Marshayla and show up confidently all the time. And I'm able to do that now because I took the time to work on myself. I took the time to sit with myself in dark moments. And honestly, y'all, being alone is scary. And when shit gets quiet and you're basically just sitting in the dark by yourself, it's an emotional process. And there's a lot of times where I just sat and cried because I just didn't know what to do. But I had to go through that motion. Like, I had to let those emotions out in order for me to be happy and get through that and learn how to get through that. So that's just a little bit about like my process. There's a lot more to it that I will dive into with y'all. Like, there's some dark times, there's some beautiful times, there's some times where people came and tried to knock me off my pivot with their negativity, but I didn't let them because I'm a strong-willed person now. So yeah, sometimes when I talk, I don't know how to stop. That's why coffee talks are difficult for me, because I try to keep it at 10 minutes, but I just have so much to say. So yeah, but anyways, let's get into today's quote. Found this on Pinterest as usual in one of my boards. So today's quote is, you have 2 choices: evolve or repeat, which is literally everything that I just talked about. It's either you're going to evolve and you're going to grow and you're going to hold yourself accountable for things, or you're going to stay stagnant in a situation that you're in. So it's like either you grow and you do the work, or you stay exactly where you're at. Because the only person that's going to get you out of a situation is you. And hey, that's just, it is what it is, you know? Like, the only person that's going to dig you out of the dirt is yourself. Feel me? Like, granted, people can save you when you're in a rut, but like at the end of the day, you got to get yourself out of that. And that's all, that's it. So thank y'all for tuning into another coffee talk video. I hope y'all like my hair. I am also headed to Atlanta in a few hours, so had to get this up for y'all. It's been about 12 days since I posted a coffee talk. I am sorry. Also, Shein try on haul coming soon as well, but I'm not going to talk too much. You know, I need to keep it short and sweet. So I love y'all, and continue to grow and continue to love yourself, and continue to tune in to Marshayla Monique, because Marshayla Monique is going up.